Welcome to Andile Mngxitama podcast, Andile Mngxitama Speaks podcast. This particular podcast is really for me to thank you all who were praying for me at a time that I was extremely sick. I was extremely unwell. I spent 3 months in hospital and 2 weeks in a coma. Plus, I must tell you this, that my heart had stopped for 2 minutes and some seconds. The doctors believed that I was gone. When I did come through, after that period of being in a coma, the doctor called me a miracle patient. You know, when I was in a coma, there was a lot of events that were happening, which I recall vividly. One of the things that I heard when I was in a coma was that Shona Ferguson is no more. Apparently, he was in the same hospital that I was in. But not only that, I had visions. One of the recurring vision was me living in a kind of hippie town with very colorful individuals, people with afro hair, platform shoes, and in a very busy street. I even remember having dinner with my close friend, Lwandile, Advocate Lwandile. It was a very beautiful dinner. He was smoking on his pipe, talking big theoretical things, and there was amazing dinner. I remember that vividly. But one of the more, I think, touching images that I experienced at the time was this situation where I felt like my body was trapped in a labyrinth. I could not move at all. My body was, as I say, trapped in a heavy labyrinth. And there was this man, this strange man, who have never revealed his face. Every time he'd come with an animal, a springbok-like, a goat-like animal, and he will pass by me and sacrifice the animal. All the time, that image. And part of that image was 4 old black women who were looking over me, almost observing and guarding to make sure that I'm well. And of course, there was this light which I really wanted to go to. I kept on trying to get this man to give me attention because I wanted him to help me to get out at this bright, shining light. And that man would not at all give me attention. Now, when I relate this story to a lot of people, they say that if the man did give me attention and gave me the request that I was making to get out of that bright light, it would have been the end. I would have crossed over to the other world. I mean, that is an interpretation other people provide. So I then gone got out of the hospital, and I must thank the nursing sisters who looked after me. They did an amazing job. They were there. They showed me a lot of love. I did not feel I need anything. Same with the doctors. I have nothing but praise for the doctors that looked after me. And of course, there was a nurse and a doctor who looked after me right at the beginning when I arrived. She tells the story that every evening when she left to go home, she'd look at me and almost say a silent goodbye, because she did not believe that I would have survived. It went on for almost a week and a half, where she almost every single day believed that I will not make it, and she was surprised that I did make it. And there was also a young black doctor who tells me that the first night he stayed with me the whole night to make sure that I was okay, because he was terrified that I would have gone. If I tell you how I arrived at the hospital, I was on the queue and I was already really out of it, and actually passed out, and I was rushed in front of the queue and put in an oxygen. And it is at this time that my heart actually stopped, and the doctors resuscitated me. After I spent all the time in the hospital, I went out, and 2 weeks when I was home, I relapsed, and I then went to Baragwanath Hospital. And there I was operated on by a team of black young women. I mean, it is amazing the kind of skill that black young women have in the medical field. And again, I had great care. Also taken good care by the nursing sisters. The Baragwanath a new high care ward is top notch. It is, in terms of technological development, at par, if not better than even the private hospitals. And the high care there is really, really brilliant. Public healthcare system can be and must be protected and must be supported, because it does provide amazing service. I want to thank the doctors also in Baragwanath Hospital who took care of me. So I survived a serious attack of COVID. And a lot of people claim that maybe I was poisoned. I did not rule this possibility out. However, I have survived, and there was lots of people who were praying for me, those who got to know that I was not well. But of course, my organization, I must also thank it. The top leadership of BLF knew that I was not well. And incidentally, I went into hospital at a time that there was a turmoil in society with President Zuma being arrested and the nation going into that implosion. A lot of people were asking the question, where is Mngxitama? What happened to him? Why is he arrested? Has he run away? At that same time, in Haiti, reactionary forces murdered the president of that country. And Haiti is a very important country for black revolution, for black spiritual triumph over the dark forces of oppression and slavery. Because remember, Haiti is the first country that liberated itself against slavery. They defeated Napoleon. through a serious struggle for liberation. So at the time when I was in hospital, there was a coup. Mercenaries were sent to Haiti and they murdered the president of that country. And at the same time, the political situation in the country, inside South Africa, was of that great crisis. The the winter uprisings, which were precipitated by the arrest of President Zuma. Of course, when I came to, one of the messages that I was told was, do you know that President Zuma is arrested? I just could not believe it. I could not believe that, in fact, they have done exactly what we have been warning that they're going to do. I have said many times that Ramaphosa is going to arrest Zuma, is going to put Zuma in jail, because they need to intimidate all the radical economic transformation forces. They need to show that they can hit the highest level of that movement, and targeting President Zuma was symbolically very important to show that they have regained power, they have power, and they are serious about silencing that radical economic transformation force. So at a time the country was on flames, at a time our people were involved in revolutionary repossession, I was not there. I was fighting for my life. And I am pleased to say that I have recovered quite a lot since then. And I've received a lot of support, a lot of love from all kinds of people, including people that I disagree with, including people that I fight with. A lot of people have sent me messages, a lot of people have called, and I also want to thank my family, which was there all the time through the very difficult period. Yes, as I say, I'm Andile Mngxitama II. I have survived. Isolate.